Prime Minister Modi has hit out at the Congress and said that the Congress and its rotten ecosystem think their malicious lies can hide their misdeeds of several years, especially their insult towards Dr. Ambedkar. They are gravely mistaken. He further said that the people of India, the people have seen time and again how one party led by one dynasty has indulged in every possible dirty trick to obliterate the legacy of Dr. Ambedkar and humiliate the SC/ST communities. In fact, the Prime Minister wrote a large thread on Twitter. He went on to say that the list of Congress's sins towards Dr. Ambedkar include getting him defeated in elections not once but twice, Pandit Nehru campaigning against him and making his loss a prestige issue, denying him a Bharat Ratna, denying his portrait a place of pride in the Parliament's Central Hall. Further on, the Prime Minister also goes on to say that the Congress can try as they want, but they cannot deny that the worst massacres against SC/ST communities have happened under their regimes. For years, they sat in power but did nothing substantive to empower the SC and ST communities. He also, in fact, went on to say, in Parliament, Home Minister Amit Shah exposed the Congress's dark history of insulting Dr. Ambedkar and ignoring the SC/ST communities. They are clearly stung and stunned by the facts he presented, which is why they are now indulging in theatrics. Sadly for them, people know the truth. The Prime Minister, in fact, further on went on to say, it is due to Baba Saheb Ambedkar that we are what we are. Our government has worked tirelessly to fulfill the vision of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar over the last decade. Take any sector, be it removing 25 crore people from poverty, strengthening the SC/ST Act, government flagship programs like Swachh Bharat, PM Awas Yojana, Jal Jeevan Mission, Ujjwala Yojana and more. Each of them has touched the lives of the poor and the marginalized. The Prime Minister further went on to say our government has worked to develop Panchtirth, the 5 iconic places associated with Dr. Ambedkar. For decades, there was pending issue on land for Chaitya Bhumi. Not only did our government resolve the issue, I have gone to pray there as well. We have also developed 26 Alipur Road in Delhi, where Dr. Ambedkar spent his last years. The house where he lived in London has also been acquired by the government. When it comes to Dr. Ambedkar, our respect and reverence is absolute. Mahima Kataria, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Mahima, the Prime Minister has in fact put out this message on X, and the way he started this message, Mahima, was quite aggressive. It also seems from the way it's been written that the Prime Minister is quite anguished and peeved with the Congress party to even think that the BJP can insult Baba Saheb Ambedkar.
Like you pointed out about Prime Minister taking onto the social media when it comes to Baba Saheb Ambedkar, we need to understand that how and when this particular issue of Baba Saheb Ambedkar started. A massive political row has erupted over the Union Home Minister Amit Shah's remark on B.R. Ambedkar during his address in Rajya Sabha yesterday, while the Congress has accused Amit Shah of insulting the architect of Constitution. The BJP has alleged that the opposition party was circulating clipped videos and playing cheap tricks at Parliament this morning. The opposition MPs held photos of B.R. Ambedkar and raised slogans demanding apology from Home Minister. So correctly, after that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated and took to his X account and stated that if Congress and its rotten ecosystem think their malicious lies can hide their misdeeds of several years, especially their insult towards Dr. Ambedkar, they are gravely mistaken. The people of India have seen time and again how one party led by dynasty has indulged in every possible dirty trick to obliterate the legacy of Dr. Ambedkar and humiliate SC/ST. Nonetheless, Prime Minister Narendra Modi again stated the list of Congress sin towards Dr. Ambedkar, wherein he stated getting him defeated in the election not once but twice. Pandit Nehru campaigning against him also was one of the issues that Prime Minister raised, also stating that Congress can try as they want, but they cannot deny the worst message or the massacres against SC communities have happened under their regime. So Prime Minister definitely took to his X account wherein this particular debate erupted yesterday when Home Minister Amit Shah targeted Congress onto Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and today some clips were shown by the Congress party, and the issue was also taken up by Kiran Rijiju before Prime Minister.
Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, also joins us on the show. Sumit, the Prime Minister seems very upset with the Congress party for suggesting that the BJP has insulted Baba Saheb Rao Ambedkar.
Thank you and good morning. Well, the issue here is that, things have crossed the tipping point because Congress has tried to use the constitution and use the name of Baba Saheb to their convenience. As we know the history, Vineet. He was the minister who had to resign from the cabinet because he had, he thought that SCs are not taken care of. He was not happy with the 370. And when he resigned from the cabinet along with one other minister, when Pandit Nehru was asked about it, he said, okay, the second minister matters, but if Baba Saheb Ambedkar goes, it will not matter. Ye koi baat nahi hai. They made him lose election 2 times. And all from the independence to this date, Congress has really made mockery of the constitution. They have amended the constitution maximum times. They have dismissed the state governments. They imposed the emergency. They changed the preamble. They did everything what could be have been done to the constitution. Now they are carrying the copy of the constitution in their pocket and trying to be the custodians of the constitution, which they misused and all their life. Now the height of height is everything when BJP, when Mr. Amit Bhai Shah is highlighting the truth of the Congress, is talking about the deeds of Pandit Nehru, they get so much rattled, they start saying, oh, BJP insulted Dr. Ambedkar. While we know Prime Minister Modi comes from the OBC community. Prime Minister Modi is a OBC Prime Minister who is at the helm of the affairs. Talking like this is oxymoronic. Now you cannot use Dr. Ambedkar as a political tool. You cannot use Constitution as a political tool, and you cannot keep on saying lies. Because here the concept seems to be of Joseph Goebbels that you keep on saying the lines a million times, it becomes truth. That is why you can see the tone of the Prime Minister, which usually is not like this. But when everything crosses what Hindi mein kehte na ati, when everything crosses the limits, then Prime Minister had to put his weight behind it and write them directly, kindly stop this canard, kindly stop this malicious campaign, which is all lies and all canards. And this impression which you are trying to somehow get BJP's anti-Dalit and all, well, the fact remains, Vineet, Congress is pro-Muslim and they are anti-everybody. Let it be a Hindu, let it be a Brahman, let it be a Dalit. I mean, except being pro-Muslim, there is nothing which Congress stands for. And this newfound love for Dr. Ambedkar is just a political tool which the nation can look through. But in politics, a little bit of politics here and there is okay. But when you cross all the limits of absurdity, that is where the Prime Minister had to intervene. And I appreciate the comment of Modi ji, and that is how Modi ji should speak to them now. And this will set the tone of the nation, and the nation will understand. The people who have been anti-Dalits, the people who have not let Dalits go, the people who have literally let Dalits not given any space in their scheme of things.
All right, Sumit, appreciate you joining us. We have to move on. Sumit, appreciate you joining us. Well, sources are also telling us that Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge